Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. The Houston Rockets come into this one following a loss. Now here's West. Rebounded by Anthony. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Minnesota. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
West outside. Malone wide open. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Irvin surveying the D. Johnson outside. Out to Anthony. Fires for three. They get it again. Johnson down low. And Johnson with the stuff.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
And Dr. J slams it in.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Duncan can't hit. Rockets on offense. Carter with it. He's picked up by Hill. Kicks it out to Malone. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Irving. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Hill.
That quick first step that Hill has is just part of what makes him so special. No one's going to get in his way once he's on the move.
Now here is Hill. Jerry West unable to get his shot to go. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Carter with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Now here's Johnson. From the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Johnson's got 5.
Proving once again that he can flat out do it all. Magic phenomenal at creating off the dribble. This time burning the defense with the catch and fire.
Inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's West. There's the drive. Great D that time from Duncan. Irvin with the ball. Picked up by Malone.
Jerry West. First personal foul. First team foul.
On the wing, Duncan. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And here's West on the arc. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist.
And that's what you get when you combine the range and just his overall confidence. Mr. Outside.
And the shot goes down.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball. And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
Duncan outside. Pass to Hill. 5 to shoot. Goes up on the high post. And again, it's Minnesota.
You got to honor Duncan from the mid-range. When he's got space to shoot, he does not hesitate.
Here's West. Malone at the elbow. A rebound by Johnson.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
No good from Duncan. Rockets trail by 8. A drive by Bryant.
And setting the tone with that rejection. Duncan, the defensive anchor of this team.
Wasted no time on that one.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Johnson, following the score by Houston. Shoots a fader, and off the glass. That one's good.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
1:19 left in the first quarter. Minnesota leading by 11. Launches a 3. Carter pulls it in. West outside. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Now here's Duncan. The kick out to Hill. Anthony on the wing. Shot from free throw range. And it's Anthony again missing. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. 11-point game.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Count the basket. Hill's got 6.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Back to Malone. Pass to Kobe. Malone down low. Duncan with the block. And so it's Minnesota looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
Here's Billups. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Doing it with style, McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
Here's Collins. Nothing on the board. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And it's going to be on Tracy McGrady.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
That one misses.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Rockets trailed by 19. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Sweet little floater.
A true three-level scorer. Pierce can beat you anywhere on the floor.
Cunningham looking it over. Sinks the three-pointer. Cunningham's got 5 points so far.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Pass to Shades. Comes up empty down low. Minnesota leading by 20. Driving to the basket. And the shot goes in.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
Here's Nash. And Embiid with the block. And McGrady with a clear path to the hoop. Stolen. And here comes Billups leading the fast break. Pass to Collins. And he goes in for the dunk.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
That's a 2 from Cunningham. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Pierce.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor. You really can't let someone with Nash's accuracy get that close. I mean, he won't waste those high percentage looks.
Over in the corner, Cunningham. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of this game.
At the line for your Timberwolves.
The first free throw is good.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham. A talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And so Cunningham nails both of them. Rockets trail by 20. Here's West. Pass to O'Neal. Wide open. The rebound by Garnett.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
West outside. Back to Irving. Irving double team. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Off target from three-point range. Garnett left side. Out to Anthony. Garnett the screen. Lets the three fly. Carmelo Anthony, and that's good. Anthony's got 7.
Well, this is why Carmelo can be so scary when he's coming off the pick and roll. Just so many ways he can hurt you.
It's West with the drive. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Assisted by
5 points in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Outside Anthony. 1:29 left in the first half. Over in the corner, Cunningham. Cunningham on the wing. Drills the three-pointer.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Left side West. Pass to O'Neal. Garnett with the block.
KG has always had tremendous instincts, sends another one back the way it came.
And here's Anthony from the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his second make this quarter.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And Garnett with the slam.
Well, the length and intelligence of Kevin Garnett still making an impact at the rim.
Pass to O'Neal. Now Carter. There's 21 seconds left in the second quarter. And finished off by Carter.
And this is why he's called Vinsanity. Some of Carter's throwdowns are downright vicious.
Cunningham on the wing. 10 points for him. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Timberwolves on top, running away with this one. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Pass to Hill. Back to Johnson. Hill inside. And Hill throws it down.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
And here's West for 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Kobe. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
You gotta be right up on Kobe because he is ready to pull it at any moment.
Pass to Embiid. Lots of room. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Malone with the screen. For the 3. Out to Carter. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Minnesota making a switch here.
Checking in from Minnesota,
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. To the paint. Here's Embiid. Malone with the block.
And how about the quicks there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection.
And here's English for three. Drills it from outside.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the foul on Magic Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Substitution.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Malone left side. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Goes to
Malone's got his first basket.
How much fun would it be to play with Steve Nash? I mean, man, I know everybody who can score it or shoot it would love to be on the floor with him. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Pass to Malone. Down low. It's hauled in by Duncan. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Misses the three. And so it's Houston with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. On the free throw, no good.
A lights-out scorer who possesses incredible confidence. Anthony is such a skilled and explosive player.
And here's Nash. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Duncan with the block. McGrady outside. Quick shot there, and it's off target. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green, says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Phillips with the bucket.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Duncan outside. Fades. Yep, it counts. Duncan's got 6.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from, and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
And it's Gervin missing.
2 minutes.
Right side Phillips.
2 minutes.
High, arcing shot, and he sinks the layup. Phillips has got his second basket.
Continuously working in close. Phillips earning that bucket.
Johnson down low. 8 points for him. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here's Nash. Outside Pierce. Plenty of space. The shot by Cowens, no good. Minnesota with the ball. The three from English. And it's Cowens with the rebound. The kick out to Billups. No good with the triple. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Daniels, no good. And here are the Rockets now. Outside, Billups. To the inside. Houston moving it around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Cowens. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Craig, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Johnson in the corner. And stolen by Nash. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
And his passing is probably the most underrated part of his game. Pierce is a terrific playmaker on that wing.
Duncan, a screen. It could go. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Minnesota on top, opening up a huge gap. And we'll have the... And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here are the Rockets. And Billups, here we go. O'Neal on the wing. Outside, Billups. It's good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Gervin. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
To the middle. Tries from 7. And O'Neal finishes inside. O'Neal's got his first 2 points.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Garnett. And it's Cowens with the rebound. Outside, Beal. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Cunningham for 3. Pass to Embiid. Looks for Garnett. He gets it to him. Shot clock at 6. And Garnett with the slam.
Well, there's a reason this is the 4-time NBA rebounding champion. KG to the offensive glass.
Here's up top. Over Garnett. The Rockets with another miss. And now Minnesota on the fast. Oh, that was something else.
And this is the work ethic Garnett possesses. Really hustles down the floor in transition.
Pass to O'Neal. Plays it up and banks it in. O'Neal's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Cunningham outside. To the right side. Embiid wide open. And it's off from 3-point range. Top of the key, Pierce. Kicks it out to Rodman. Billups with the ball. Durbin covering. Here's for three. Rebound, Minnesota. Garnett in the post. Shoots over Pierce. Dennis Rodman pulls it in. And it's the Rockets with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Beal. He can't hit that time. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Another miss by Minnesota. On offense, here are the Rockets. Here's O'Neal. Garnett with the block. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball
on the court.
And so it's Houston with it. The three from Billups. Hill pulls it in.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Shots good by Anthony.
And Melo is highly explosive, nailing shots left and right. The D has got to get it out of his hands.
Outside, Billups. Pass to O'Neal. Left side, Billups. Floats one up. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Duncan.
Substitution for the Rockets. Number 4, Dolph Shea.
Stolen by Duncan. Outside, Hill. Now, here is McGrady. This one for three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
On the wing, Bryant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That's foul number 2 for him. Every year, Doris, the NBA has a few points of emphasis they want to make.
Number 8.
Anything you'd like to see emphasized?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, one thing that has to happen is we have got to give the defense a greater chance to succeed. We've tilted the game too heavily in the offense's favor, meaning too often at the rim, there's foul shots given for marginal contact. I think the defense has got to become more involved in the outcome of games. Boy, and that one's got his teammates fired up. Anthony making a statement big time.
.149 left to play here in the fourth. Screen by Duncan. Back to Anthony. And stolen by Billups. Here's O'Neal. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Carmelo Anthony.
And this is where O'Neal goes to work. The closer he's to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Minnesota.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And this will make it 1 victories for them on the year. And watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Duncan.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
It's hauled in by McGrady.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Pass to Collins. O'Neal with it. The kick out to Billups. Here's Pierce. Outside, Billups. 2 on the clock. From deep, Bryant. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Now here's Anthony. Puts up a deep three. And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved it. Thanks for joining us. here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Houston Rockets come into this one following a loss. So the Rockets win the tip. Screen by Malone. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gervin. Rest outside. Screen by Malone. And tonight, Clark, this is a contest the fans will love. It should be raining threes.
Hey, who doesn't love seeing the ball go in the basket? A bunch of points being scored. Fans, players, broadcasters, you and I both, we all enjoy when teams can shoot it with some efficiency from the three-point line. Space that floor and let it fly.
Here's West following the basket by Tim Duncan. And Vince Carter with the slam.
George Gervin.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Minnesota. Outside Anthony. Uncovered. That's in coming off an assist from Johnson.
A mid-range master. Carmelo Anthony looks to attack from this area whenever he can.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Sinks the three-pointer.
You got to get out on George Gervin. Extend that D. The Iceman's got into Jim range, folks.
Here's Bryant. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Johnson with it. And it's Carter picking him up. Anthony with it. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Malone.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Here's Carter. There's the drive. Duncan with the block.
Excellent defensive timing that time by Tim Duncan.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
At the line for your Timberwolves.
Free throw good, Gervin.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Now here's Gervin. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Anthony. It's rebounded by Houston.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And it's slammed in by Malone.
He's so aggressive and confident inside. It's a real challenge trying to keep Malone out of the paint.
Rockets trail. Here's Carter. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Brent Hill picks one up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Vince Carter hits them both. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now, Bryant, after Magic Johnson's three-pointer that didn't go.
And how fun is it watching Kobe take flight? His throwdowns are downright ridiculous.
And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Now in the lineup for your Timberwolves, Alex English, OG Anunoby, Tracy McGrady.
And he jams it with authority.
Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
Bryant looking around. Malone with the screen. That shot off. Duncan with some nice D. And here's McGrady. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And I like seeing McGrady rise up for the dunk. Has amazing leaping ability and good reach, too. He makes it look easy.
Now here is Carter. He has 7. Up top, Malone. Just 4 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot up. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation.
Substitution on the court.
Minnesota in the lead. Now English. He has yet to score. Richardson outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was English.
Oh, I tell you what, when Richardson is making these shots, it really opens up the floor.
It's Pierce on the wing. They need this. Houston moving the ball around. Nash outside. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock.
You really can't let someone with Nash's accuracy get that close. I mean, he won't waste those high percentage looks.
And they pick up 2.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Nash outside. Pass to Phillips. Over Richardson. Phillips, no good. Minnesota leading by 4. .124 left in the first quarter. Embiid with it. A fadeaway. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Rockets trailed by 4. Nash right side. It's good.
Steve Nash.
Nash has got his second basket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play. You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Nash outside. Pass to Phillips. Lets a floater go. Here's Cowens. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Substitution for the Timberwolves. Number 3. Cade Cunningham.
29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The shot. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's Phillips. Pass to Shays. Here's Cowens. English covering. Here's Shays. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get you back to the action after. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Garnett, the screen. Here's Cunningham. And again, it's Minnesota.
And I like how composed Cunningham is. Lets the game and his shots come to him.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Here's West. Finished off the break. West has got his first basket of the night.
Kobe's such a smart defender. He does a good job recognizing when he can make that gamble and come up with the steal.
Rockets trailed by 6. A nice shot by Irving. And it's Cunningham with the ball for Minnesota. Irvin right side. Garnett the screen. Back to Daniels. Cunningham outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Anthony. Over Carter. Anthony's shot is off. And here's Houston. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Now Irving. Driving inside. Garnett with the block.
An infinite reach, it seems. The wingspan of Garnett is just amazing.
From Houston, number 2, Moses Malone.
Minnesota leading by 4. Garnett left side. Cunningham outside. That's good. And so Garnett with the assist. Cunningham's got 7 points in the game.
And you see that one-motion shot.
Cunningham very consistent.
Oh, that was a creative jam by Kobe.
And how about the role reversal there? I mean, slamming it down right in the face of the big fella.
And Garnett misses.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Picked off in midair. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. It's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Malone wide open. And it's off from three-point range. On the wing, Daniels. Pass to Gervin. Back to Daniels. Now Anthony. Defended by West. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's on Jerry West.
Crafty down low. Melo knows how to draw fouls.
Clark, obviously, this is a results league for head coaches. And we're always going to see lots of changes at that position.
I think you're exactly right. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time. I would like to see owners and general managers and decision makers be a little more patient, give coaches a little more runway. But we know it's a results-oriented league, and oftentimes the reality is that it's easier to change one coach than it is perhaps to change a handful of players on a roster that's not performing.
The shot by Kobe, no good. Minnesota leading by 7. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Anthony. Five on the clock. Down low. And stolen by Malone. And now running up the court. West pushing it up. And it's Bryant at the elbow. Down it goes! Bryant with the slam!
Kobe makes Duncan look so easy. Man, that guy's explosive.
And Anthony gets it to go.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Irving looking for an opening. Irving double team. Pass to Shays. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kobe with it. Durbin covering. Garnett with the block. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
And how about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Substitution on the court.
There's 1:59 left in the first half. Now here's Nash. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Johnson with the rebound. English in the corner. McGrady outside. Embiid in the corner. Embiid throws it down.
Thunderous throwdown that time from Joel Embiid.
They set the pick. Here's Phillips. No good, unable to end this run. Timberwolves leading by 12. And really Clark.
Get it!
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Pass to Shays. Top of the key, Pierce. 4 on the clock. Rebound, Minnesota. English with no one around. Buries it from three-point range. English has got 5 now.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Latrey. Shays with the rebound. Rockets trailed by 17. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Oh, and Clark, it went in! Count it!
Yeah!
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
23.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
And so it's Minnesota controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Johnson with it. West picks him up. McGrady outside. Pass to English. Carter pulls it in.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing. But they don't want to chance that again.
Duncan. It's rebounded by Houston. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Misses the 3. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Minnesota. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen.
Oh, too easy for Duncan there. Feels like he can take these shots whenever he wants to.
Here's Irving. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Kobe with the steal. To the middle with the shot. And a great move by Carter. 9 points for Vince Carter.
Hey, nobody on this floor or any floor for that matter is out-leaping Vince. So that really allows Carter down low to do his thing.
Great D that time from Duncan.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Bucket is good.
And this is McGrady's specialty. You can't let this guy shake free from the mid-range.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Carter's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Kobe with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Pass to Malone. And it's slammed in by Malone.
Always nice to see Bryant find the open man. He gets so much attention on himself. That helps create opportunities for other guys.
Duncan can't hit. Rockets trail by 17. Here's Irving. And Irving throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Houston now. And that one, good.
Yeah, and you know, a tough, crafty scorer inside. West showing you he's not just an elite jump shooter.
Embiid in the corner. It's stolen by Bryant. And oh, here we go. Carter's got it in a fast break chance. And Dr. J slams it in.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
And we got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Timberwolves leading by 11. And it's Hill penetrating. And Hill throws it down.
That quick first step that Hill has is just part of what makes him so special. No one's going to get in his way once he's on the move.
And here's West for 3. Drills the three-pointer. West has got 5 points now this quarter.
And after a rough first half, they're finally finding a nice groove here.
Fade away. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Anthony's got 9.
This is the skill of Anthony on full display, able to knock that one down in close.
The kick out to Irving. Carter with the screen. West outside. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. And Hill with the block.
Substitution on the court.
Anthony with it. He's got 9. Lets the 3 fly. Bangs home the trifecta. 12 points for him.
Again, it's Melo. He's lighting up the scoreboard, and this is what Anthony does.
Pass to Cowens. Gervin pulls it in.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Shot clock at 6. And here's Anthony from the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Minnesota with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. The high post shot. And it's Cowens with the rebound. Rockets trail by 18. Here's Billups. Garnett with the block. And they get it back. Outside, Billups. Knocks down the three ball.
Chauncey Billups.
Billups has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Three-point shooting is just one aspect of what makes Billups such an effective point guard.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Here's the screen. Here's Shays. Here's Cowens. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution for the Rockets.
58 seconds left to play in the third.
Hey, Gervin is sleight of field, but he's not afraid of a little contact. Doesn't mind getting bumped while shooting. He looks at it as easy money.
Third team foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
It's tipped. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Hill. Nice to the hoop. And he can't jam it through. On its way from Irving for 2. Second chance effort. On the wing, Irving. Connects from three-point range. Irving's got 9 points. And here's Anthony for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Timberwolves on top, up by... And there have been 2 very different performances from these two. Today as we get going in quarter number 4. Rockets trail by 16. West outside. Malone with the screen. Out to Carter. Takes the 3. That one no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And here's English for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. English has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Minnesota. Carter on the wing. Outside, Kobe. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Competitiveness and tenacity of Kobe Bryant are really something to behold. He never seems satisfied with his own play, always trying to get a little more out of himself.
Minnesota leading by 17. The kick out to Hill. McGrady outside.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Here's Carter.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
And this is why he's called Vinsanity. Some of Carter's throwdowns are downright vicious.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Houston Rockets. Here's Bryant. Johnson with the block.
Goes to show you how well Johnson anticipates. Sees the shot forming and is able to get a hand on it.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Minnesota making a switch. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. We have to play like we're tied. They want their team to sustain that level of effort. We'll see how it works out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. A putback.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Carter. Excellent D there from Garnett.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Craig, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
And the call will be against Alex English. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Pass to Carter. Now here's Malone. Covered by Duncan. Now Kobe. 5 to shoot. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Garnett.
You know, this is why Moses Malone's teammates like playing with him, because when they're uncovered and open, he finds them.
The kick out to English. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. English has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
He's showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The 3 from English. Jerry West pulls it in. Rockets trail by 14. To the inside. Malone. And Malone with the stuff.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Anthony can't hit. Pass to Bryant. Out to Carter. Gervin with the steal. And now here comes Gervin, leading the break. Garnett with it. Over Carter. And the bank shot is good.
That high release point for Garnett really helps him. Feels like nobody can block his shot inside.
And here's West from the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. 22 is their biggest lead. Outside Anthony. In the corner, Gervin with it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
And English gets it to go.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's Bryant. Duncan with the block. They get it back. They retain possession. Kevin Garnett with the steal. Pass to Anthony. Got a piece of it. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Gervin. No good on the quick 3.
2 minutes remaining.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Carter with it. Guarded now by Duncan. Here's Malone. And then Malone with the jam.
Vince Carter.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Houston moving the ball around. Outside Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Malone. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Minnesota.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Alex English.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
The 3 from English. Good on the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 21.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And here's English for 3. The rebound by Bryant. With the drive.
Kobe Bryant.
Launches a 3. Off target with that shot. So it's Minnesota winning this one.